Hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing well today. I wanted to bring to you my empties for the last week of the Low Buy Collab. This is the last full week, so I have my empties for week number 8, which was the Deja Vu, basically melt one vendor, and I pretty much stuck to that. I did cheat a little bit. Being in Texas, again, we've been we went up to like 70, 76, 70 something, and then we dropped back down to temperatures in the upper 40s, lower 50s, that kind of thing. So it's been, a roller coaster ride trying to figure out what to warm. So what I did, I showed you the big box that I had of all the wax put together, and I pulled out quite a few things from that, and from there I moved that selection into this basket, and I've been working out of that basket. And then when I decided, hey, I need something different, or I just wanted to add to it, I'd go back to the big box and get some more stuff. So I have here what I finished for the week. So I did relatively well. A lot of these are like puppy packs, and I said puppy packs I can pretty much do on one turn. What I did figure out though is, even with the puppy packs, I have, and I think it's the warmer. I have 4 of like the same warmer. I have 2 in the dining room and 2 in the sunroom. It's a Scentsy 25 watt warmer. It's the, I don't know, I think it's called like the silhouette, or I don't know. It has kind of the shape of like the wax clam. And I'm not getting the best performance from those warmers. And I find that with the L3, if I put just a little too much, right, according to, I guess, my warmer, it doesn't melt it all the way. And I'll see like some pieces still solidified in those little cups that I put inside the warmer. And I don't have that problem too much with a lot of the other wax. But I don't know, maybe L3's is just a little bit harder or something. But I really only have that problem in those warmers. I have I have my etched core warmers, which is 25 watts. I have some 25 watts in here, and I don't have that problem in these warmers or the etched core. Just that, whatever that warmer's called. So I don't have any problem with my 40 watt warmers and that kind of thing. So I'm learning as I go what to do in which kind of warmer, what kind of throw I'm going to get, how much maybe to even use if I'm going to use those warmers, or I might change those out. Because I don't want to have that issue with this wax. So I may just change out those warmers for ones that do better. So anyways, I'm going to jump into what I did finish. Got a lot of little baggies here. Quite a few. I mean, it's pretty good for a week, I guess. This one only had 1 tart in it. It would have been a 2 tart bag, and it had 1. I had already used the other one before. And this one was Pandoras Box, which was blackberry, cranberry, sea kelp. I have that one going in the, I cut it into 3 sections and put it in the warmers that are in the dining room. And it's doing relatively well. I would give it a lighter medium kind of throw. Of course, I am using 2 of those warmers are the warmers that I was talking about. So it looks like it melted it all the way, but maybe because I feel like I'm using a little bit less wax than what I would probably normally use. So I don't know. This was a matrix melt, I think that's what they're called, of Lord of Misrule Peeps Pipe Smoke. I used this one in my bedroom, and I found that I got, in my bedroom, I have a hot plate warmer, I have a 25 watt Scentsy warmer, and then in the bathroom, I have a Yankee Candle warmer that uses the melt cups. I found that this one in the hot plate warmer. I have like the metallic looks like a little pie dish. I put that inside of that one. And I usually don't have any problems with any of them melting. This one, it looked like it completely melted, but it left like this little thin layer, not across the whole top, but like 2/3 of the top, where I'd almost kind of like try to push it down into the melted. So it didn't want to do super great there. And I think that's a 20-watt hot plate warmer. It melted fine in the 25-watt warmer, and I found that it does wonderfully in the Yankee Candle melt cup in the bathroom. So I liked it in there, and I did like the scent. This one, I warmed it, I think, the first day, and then it kind of got hot again, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to wait on this one. And then it got cold again. So I was able to wind up finishing this one, and this one was Holiday Woods. And this one was peppermint, vanilla, and a hint of fir trees. Yeah, I did start a little page where I would write maybe the name of the scent, and off to the side I'd put like LW for loaf worthy if I decide I want to later get a loaf of it. Yeah, Holiday Woods got an LW for it. This one is a chunk. I had a chunk square or whatever of this one. It was coffee bean, zucchini bread, white elephant exchange. I do like the way this one performs. It did really well. So the white elephant exchange just says powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, white cake, vanilla frosting. The coffee bean and the zucchini bread, as you know, I don't always smell bakery all that well, but the coffee bean and the zucchini bread are strong enough that it kind of pushes all the other scent through. And so this one did really, really well. What I did learn in the experience had nothing to do with the scent, was the fact that I don't like chopping up the ones that are chunks, because they don't cut well for me. It winds up kind of almost crumbling because of the chunks that are in there. So I don't like chunks. I did determine that, but I do like that scent. This one is Library Palo Santo books. I did this one early in the week, and I think the note that I made myself was not loaf worthy, but maybe like a bitty betty loaf. I'd probably get it in a bitty betty. I did like it enough for that. This one was a little sample that I had of Cupboard Under the Stairs. And this one did really nicely. I did this one in the kitchen. It was a big enough piece, like a square piece, that I felt like the piece itself was too big for one warmer. So I cut it in half and I used it in the 2 warmers in the kitchen, and it did really, really well. So it's not like a super favorite kind of scent for me, but I absolutely would at least pick it up again. I don't know that I'd get a loaf, but I would get it again. Maybe like a bitty betty for that one too. I did a puppy pack of Belle of the Ball. And Belle of the Ball is lemon cream cupcakes, sweet coconut, pineapple. I had 2 of these. I have not finished it, and I'm saving the rest for when it gets a little bit warmer again. I did like this one. I want to say it had kind of a medium performance, and I decided that with the rest of what I have in the other puppy pack, I also have still some leftover scoopable in a lemon scent, and I thought, okay, I'll mix that at the same time, in a different area to try to enhance the lemon. And I want to try this one in one of my tea light warmers and see if I get a better performance in the tea light warmer than I do in just the regular warmers, because I am finding with some of the samples or some of the pieces that I'm testing in my tea light warmers that I'm getting much better performance. Like there was one scent, I'll talk about it in another video, that when I originally warmed it, I thought it was so light that it was like barely there. And then I decided, hey, I'm going to put it in the tea light warmer one night and, see how it does. Wow. It filled the room. So it just goes to show it could be where we're warming it. So That scent's definitely going to get used the rest of the way, the one I'm thinking of, and I'll be using it in my tea light warmers. Let's see. This one was a little sample of vanilla satin cashmere cedar. Don't cross streams. I don't know where you're supposed to pause in the words. I'm trying to think of where I did this one. I really don't remember. I can't tell you because I don't remember. This one I did early in the week. This is Bats in a Cave. It was pink eucalyptus spearmint. And I don't think I put loaf worthy, but I might have put like bitty betty ready worthy. Let's see. Yeah, I did like that one. So I don't want to say if I don't get a loaf I'm never gonna get it, because that's not true. Because there's gonna be scents that I like, I just might not want a whole loaf of it, so I might get like a bitty betty loaf. Ooh, this one I really liked. It wasn't like a super strong performer, but I would say, caveat though, I was using the warmers that I say don't give me the best performance, that are a couple of my scentsy warmers. I used Christine, which is leather, pink sugar, love spell. And I would say I got a stronger medium throw from this, even out of those warmers. So I could just imagine like in a tea light warmer, this thing would probably knock my socks off. So I think I wrote loaf worthy on that one. This one is called 1,000 Dreams. I really, really like the scent of this one. Personally, I don't get super strong performance from it. It's not that I don't get performance. I do. It's not... I've said that I really like my scents to be strong. And this one was more of a... It's there, and it seems like the kind of scent that's meant to just kind of be there in the background, just to kind of be soft and soothing. And so it's very pretty. So I would possibly get maybe like a smaller sample of it again, but I wouldn't want a loaf of it. Ooh, now this one I think I would like a loaf of. I think it was very good. I enjoyed it. I got great performance from this one, and that was Hey Bourbon Leather. I enjoyed that one. That one was really nice. And I could get the leather, but it was a leather that I really enjoyed. I think the way it mixed with the Hey Bourbon was really, really good. This one was one I would consider a bakery scent, and I think it performs very well for me. It's part of the Today is October 3rd sampler, and it is butter a carb? I think for me, I really get the butter in this one, so I enjoyed that one. Not loaf, but definitely I would get it again. This one is the First Frost Spearmint Blackberry Jam. I like the scent, but not enough. Like, if it came in a mystery box, I'd be happy about having it, but I'm not looking to get any more of it per se. This one I put in a tea light warmer this morning in the kitchen, and it's doing really well. I wanted to kind of test another kind of bakery scent to see how it would do. And this is Butterscotch Cream Soda Vanilla Ice Cream. So I had a little sample of this, and it's doing really well in the kitchen. This one had two tiny sample pieces in it. So, I mean, it was meant to be a sample, but instead of being like one small sample, it was like two little tiny ones. And so I did them over two different warmings in my half bath. And it's Avo Bath Lavender Vanilla Ivory. Lavender Vanilla Ivory. I don't know how it's supposed to be, but this one did really, really well in the half bath. I don't know how it would do in a larger area. I wouldn't test little tiny samples in a large area, but it did really well in the half bath, and I definitely liked the scent. I liked it enough that I would definitely get at least a bitty betty loaf of it. And when I came back to the room a couple times to see what else I had, I realized, you know what? I totally forgot about scoopables. I had scoopables still from the scoopable week. So I did finish up this one of lemon jet puff mallow. Now, when I finished scoopable week, it was probably down to like right here. It didn't have very much. I mean, I think I got one use out of it out of like, 3 or 4 warmers, and it was finished. So, I do like lemon jet puff mallow, but I have the other one. Can't think of what it's called right now, but it's another lemon one that was in the scoopables. I would get that one over this one, only because it's more tart, and I like the lemon to be tart. Let's see. I did this one in the dining room early in the week. I did the clamshell of 1,000 Wishes. This one threw really well. I did 2 clamshells this week, and neither one of them had a bad plastic smell. Thank goodness. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad about that. 1,000 Wishes, I believe, is a type. I don't know if it's Bath and Body Works or who, but 1,000 Wishes. It threw really well. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I would absolutely get more of that one. And then the other one's not finished. That's why I'm like, I did 3 clamshells this week. The other one that I finished was one that I talked about that I thought I had seen it in the round robin and I had passed on it, which was sun-drenched apricot rose Yankee Candle type. This one did phenomenally in the sunroom. I put this one in the sunroom and it did really, really well. I was super happy with it. I would absolutely get that one again. I was very happy. All right, and then here is what I was working out of. And so I probably used some of these, or I should have used most of them, if not all of them, but didn't finish any of these. So I'm going to start with the items that were not L3 that I cheated with this week. All right. I really wanted to try from the new collection from Scentsy. They had the vitamin collection, and I really wanted to try vitamin R Relax. Because the more I smelled it on cold, the more I thought, I think I'm going to like this. And because it kind of smells a little weird when I smell it on cold. But I did this one in the sunroom. I used 6 cubes and phenomenal. It did really, really well. The kind of like sandalwood smell really came out. In fact, I did not do 6 cubes in the sunroom because I know I absolutely did one in the half bath. So I must have spread out 5 cubes in the sunroom. And it did really, really, really well. And then I took 1 cube and I put it in the half bath on another day. And wow, it was wonderful. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I probably will be adding that one to my club. Then when we had the warmer days, when I said it was cold and then it went warm on me again, I decided it was kind of like a springtime kind of day, and I really wanted to smell something really kind of springtime-like. So I decided to go ahead and pull out, because I hadn't even tried it yet. I pulled out my custom that I had done with Kay's that I named Springtime Love. And it has orange blossom, arugula, and love spell. And I absolutely, okay, her orange blossom is gorgeous. It's very floral. Trying to think. Yeah, and you get kind of like a small orange note to it, but it's basically a floral, right? Because it's the orange blossom. And then arugula, I had the dog put away. My son let her out. Now she's going crazy. Arugula is a very sweet, almost like a sweet grass kind of scent, and it's beautiful, and you're probably very familiar with Love Spell. So that did really well that day on the day I did that. And then I think the next day the temperatures changed, so I was like, okay, back to finding some cold weather scents. And then we are technically in Mardi Gras season right now. The last 2 weeks, Mardi Gras Day is always going to be, for some of you, it may be harder to figure out, I guess, because if you don't, if you're not a churchgoer or didn't grow up in church or something, you might not be as familiar with like Ash Wednesday. Okay. But if you are, Mardi Gras Day, which is called Fat Tuesday, is always going to be the day before Ash Wednesday. So, and the Mardi Gras season runs the 2 weeks prior to Ash Wednesday. So this week in particular, or this weekend in particular, is when they have their biggest parades, like Endymion and Bacchus. Those are like the really, really big ones, and that's going to be like Saturday and Sunday. And then they have Lundi Gras on Monday, and then Tuesday is Mardi Gras. So I decided, we were already in Mardi Gras season, Mardi Gras time, so I decided to warm some of my custom from Kay's called King Cake, which has bake shop, monkey bread, and vanilla cake pops. So it's such a beautiful, she did such a beautiful job of making that for me. And so I have the next several days to finish this. I'm filming this on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm probably gonna finish this up. All right, and then the rest of the stuff from L3 that I worked on during the week. I have this one going in here today, and it is gorgeous, and this is definitely going to be on the loaf-worthy list. This is Alexander Malcolm, which is blue sugar and freshly printed books. I took a few pieces and put it in here, and am totally enjoying that. I did this one in the kitchen, I think, just a couple little pieces one day. The maraschino cherry cotton candy fizzy soda. So that's nice. I like that one. This one, I think I did in combination with some other stuff that might have been going. I kind of did it as like an adder to something else. And that is Don't Cross the Streams, the ultimate vanilla blend, adipose vanilla cookies, vanilla wafer, vanilla ice cream. Figuring that me personally probably wouldn't smell it that well, I didn't want to put it by itself. Here is my other bag of Belle of the Ball. I think I used one of the little pieces that was in here. And like I said, I'm going to use the rest with my, some in a tea light warmer to see how it does. And then some in conjunction with my lemon scoopable that I have. What did I do this with? All right, I'll hold it to the side until I figure out what I did it with. All right, this is Hawaiian Sea Mist. This one's really nice. The only problem is I did it first in the half bath and decided it was too strong for the half bath. It was the sea mist. It had a distinct saltiness to the scent. And I think because it says Hawaiian Sea Mist, I think it's supposed to have some pineapple, but I almost felt like the salt overpowered the pineapple. I think it needed a little more pineapple, and I'm not a pineapple person. So for me to say that, either my nose didn't want to pick it up or it needed a little more pineapple. I think it would have done well, or with kind of like a tropical floral in there or something like that. But I thought it was nice. I liked it. Because I did it again in a different room where, more area, and I thought it did really nicely. I pulled this one. I didn't show it in my melting basket originally because I think it was in my basket of stuff that I had already opened before and I forgot it was in there. I did this one in the kitchen, I think, one day, and that was Chardonnay. And this truly, to me, smells like wine. I truly feel like it smells like wine. I kind of enjoy that in a kind of weird way, I guess. That's what it was for this one. The maraschino cherry cotton candy fizzy soda that I did. I did this one by itself one day and decided that it was really good, but it was just a little too light for me. And so the next time I used it, I mixed it with that maraschino cherry one. And this was Candyman. And Candyman says pink frosted animal cookies, maraschino cherries, and cake batter. See, that's why I had her in the other room where she couldn't. I'm sorry. Kids, they never listen. They don't do what they're supposed to. Zena, calm down. All right, I did not do this one. I pulled it out, but I never got to it because the warm day turned back into cold on me, so I didn't get a chance to use. I figured Fluffy Towels Exotic Coconut Copper Tone was definitely going to be a summertime kind of scent. This one I did one day. I took a little bit of it. I'm trying to remember where I put it, and oh wow, I really like this one. I would absolutely get this one, probably in a loaf. I would think a loaf. And that is Shaker of Salt. And that one, I think I looked it up or saw somebody actually had posted something. I want to say on the day that I had warmed it. And I think they said something about lime margarita or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I could kind of see that, you know. I mean, this is really, really good. Shaker of Salt. I would absolutely get probably a loaf of that. Let's see. This one I have going in the sunroom today, and that is Slytherin. And Slytherin is clean steel, peppermint, and pheromones. Throwing wonderfully, absolutely wonderfully in the sunroom today. This one, oh wait, here's another one. This one's Iceberg on the Rocks, Salty Sea Air Spearmint. And that one kind of like the one that was the spearmint something else. I don't know. It was another one that I finished. Not my favorite. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't something that I would gravitate towards. So, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't really my thing. I was more surprised by this one. This one is one that I kind of would have kept putting to the side, thinking, yeah, I'm not a huge sweater weather person in terms of scents. And this one's called Ugly Sweater Party. And it's sweater weather, vanilla oak, and a hint of bourbon. I would get this in a bigger size. I thought it did really well, and I really liked it. I was very pleasantly surprised to find that I liked it. And I'm looking forward to finishing this up. I may finish up some of it tonight. I might put a small piece in a tea light warmer in the sunroom this evening and see if it like really fills up the air in the sunroom. I think it's very pretty and I liked it. This one, oh wait, Slytherin. Where is Slytherin going? Oh no, I put Slytherin in the half bath because I was like, wait a minute, this is what's going in the sunroom. The Slytherin is going in the half bath. That's what it is. And it does smell good. I did go in there to check to see how it's doing, and beautiful, beautiful. This is what I have going in the sunroom today. I knew they were both green, and I think that's what threw me off. This is in the sunroom. It's rosemary mint, lavender, boom boom. And I remember saying before that I've done her rosemary mint boom boom before and loved it, but I was a little afraid of the lavender being in there because I'm not a huge lavender person. And I did half of one bunt, if you see, because there's still half there. I cut the other half into 3 pieces and put it in the sunroom. Throwing like a champ. It's doing wonderfully. Love that scent. It's gorgeous. And there's only one thing left in here. There's only 2, and it's the Clam that I was missing that I thought. There's 2 in there. It's hard to see when it's on an angle like that. There's 2 left. This one was another surprise for me. I really wasn't expecting to like it too much. I thought it was okay on cold sniff, but I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it on warm. And that is Bergamot Black Tea. Because I've done tea scents before from other vendors, and they were like, yeah, not really anything for me. I was not crazy about it or whatever. This one throws. This one throws big time. So much so, I put I put 2 cubes in the kitchen warmers yesterday. 2 warmers, so 1 cube in each. And one warmer does not turn off. The other one turns off for a few hours and then comes back on early in the morning. So when I came down this morning, they were both on. And I was getting ready to change the wax in most of the warmers downstairs. And I went into the kitchen and I thought, nope, I don't need to change this one yet. Like I could still, I mean, it wasn't like super throwing in the kitchen or anything, but I could absolutely still smell the bergamot black tea. I was like, wow, okay, I like that. Now around, I don't know, 10:30 this morning, I was like, okay, I think it's like so soft that it's pretty much indistinguishable. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it. And I think that's when I finished the Is Butter a Carb in the kitchen. So, and that with that other little mini one that I said I put in a tea light. So that's what I did for this week. I can't believe that we made it to the last full week of the low-buy collab, and that's my empties. I probably will go back to not really having a real melting basket. As you know, I'm going to be working out of that melting basket for L3 for quite a few weeks anyways. So what you'll probably just see is some empties from it, plus empties of other things that I might finish along with that during other weeks. So that's what I'm planning to do. I am doing this video on Friday. Today's the 25th. We're not quite at the end of the month, but just to kind of give you an update, because I feel like we're close enough to the end of the month. I have maintained within the $100 budget. I am probably pretty close. I'm probably around the same. I think I'm around the same amount as last month, which was around $90. And I hope that I won't buy anything else. But at this point, I feel like, you know what, I did well enough, even if it's just through the 25th of the month. If somebody has something at this point that that I really, really want, and maybe it's only available as like a pre-order, and if I don't get it, then, which I kind of skipped other pre-orders, but I don't know. I'd like to say that I'm probably not going to buy anything for the next 3 days, but if I do, does it really matter? I don't know. Maybe not. So anyways, that's what I got. That's what I finished. And that's my status for the low buy. And I'm wondering, how did you do? Did you enjoy your week? Did you have fun melting your one vendor? Were you able to stick to that better than I did? I don't know. I hope that you're having a great week. I think it's been a little bit of a strange week for me. Busy, and I don't know. I read a bunch of ugliness yesterday, and that kind of soured my mood for a while. And I hope that we can all come together and show grace to each other. And I enjoy being here with you, and I hope that you enjoy spending time with me. And until next time, enjoy your scents, enjoy your day, and enjoy your journey. Talk to you later. Bye.